Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to Russia Grand Prix, where Daniel Kvyat from, so expect a couple of torpedoes going off in this race tonight. We are joined tonight with the Scottish man himself, the one, the only, Fast X Part-Time.
That was better than I expected for an intro. How you doing?
Wasn't bad, was it, really?
No, that was actually a lot better than I expected. Well, since we're here, we're actually just about getting to qualifying. We've had a little bit of a technical glitch, so we're half an hour, about 35 minutes behind schedule. So, yeah, we've got
a good view of Booby Mountain just there. Can't deny Booby Mountain.
Booby Mountain. Yes. We're getting into this now, okay. Well, we have a packed grid, and yeah, we should hopefully get some milky goodness happening tonight. I'll skip over that because that would be copyright if that happens again. But yeah, we hope to have some good racing tonight. We've got some, well, a full grid essentially. We just think we're missing one person, but apart from that, we're just about to get into it. As we see a whole load of
I think it's Matty
DHL
GB
signs.
we're missing.
Yeah, we did join it last second. And we've got a whole load of DHL signs. Great sponsorship right there. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. Love that. This could be interesting though tonight because I think this will be the first track of the year, obviously, because it hasn't happened yet, where Fanteam might get picked off a little bit. It's hard to ignore his pace, as I said to you earlier. But
No,
I think this will be the track where it does happen.
Yeah, as I see the two false Indians are coming out at the moment. Yeah, coming back to Frantique's pace, it's just insanely quick. He's just been so fast. Excuse me. Yeah,
Welcome
but
to the stream, Ben. Enjoy yourself.
yeah, don't forget,
Sorry.
Skylar will be watching the chat, telling us what you think of the stream. As we see Porfero coming into the Rolex Sector 2 as it makes its return from last week when it was in Bahrain. We expect to have some good things as he's coming around Booby Mountain on the right hand side there. we should hopefully try and keep this as professional as we can, but we all know that won't happen, unlike Michael.
The Booby Sector 2. Booby Sector
The Booby Sector 2. The Rolex Booby Sector 2 as he's coming out the Pirelli back straight, which transitions into the Fly Irons back straight. Hashtag it's totally not sponsored. And he's about to come into the tricky Lucky Molly turn as he's about to go onto the bridge. There it is. Lucky Molly.
I'm going to say hope for a good show from Mercedes tonight. My team owner Mercedes watching the stream. Not watching the stream.
Totally,
The stream. There we go.
totally not biased at all there. Yeah, as we can see, he's about to, as Papa Ferry is just coming up to the Lukoil last turn, and is about to go into the Viteb straight to start a flying lap here at the Sochi Autodrome. What it takes us around a lap, Skyline?
Well, I don't really know corner names, and I don't know what you call it the corners, but he goes around the flat out turn 1, which, you know, not a lot of people call it turn 1, but I do personally. And here comes the proper first corner, going heavy into the braking zone, trying to get onto the brakes as late as he can. Gets a bit late there, runs deep around 2. Hopefully that hasn't cost him too much time. Going around the long going around the long left-hander of turn 3, turn 4, whatever you want to call it. Don't care. Coming across into sector 2, into the Booby sector. We want to get this corner right. This corner is quite easy to mess up because it sets you up for the chain of the next 2 corners, which is like a little kink to the right, and then another braking point for another right-hander. A lot of right-handers in this sector.
Yeah,
and then coming up to one of the parts of the track I don't like, which is a double left-hander, kind of maybe-ish, but still don't like it. Coming up to a critical corner for the back straight because this can cost you a lot of time if you get it wrong. Going down the DHL back straight, which turns into the Fly Emirates back
It's not
straight.
the DHL back straight, it's the Pirelli Fly
Wait, what is
straight.
The Fly Emirates straight,
Yes,
there we go.
Fly
Coming
Emirates
into
back
sector
straight.
3, one of the most complicated sectors, because I believe this left-hander here is off camber,
The
so it
Lukoil
can easily
left-hander.
cost that, yeah. Then the chicane, I hate the chicane. One of the
It's
hardest
so bad.
chicanes on the game in my opinion. It's so, yeah. Get the exit wrong and you are in that wall. But this, to be fair, looks like a decent lap coming up to the second to last corner, which is a right-hander coming up to another right-hander, which is the final corner, and that is a lap of Sochi. Sets the initial pace of nothing because apparently it's invalidated.
Yes,
Well,
he already backed off after turn 4, so yeah. As he's coming actually down Pirelli the Pirelli pit straight, as I'm actually just going to call it from now on, into the Pirelli Torpedo turn 3. What's your predictions for the race? Because do you think it's going to be quite interesting that we have actually quite?
I don't want to predict anything, honestly. There's going to be so much drama. Like, I just hope that the front lot stay clean for the first few laps, and like not give whoever gets pole an easy run to the start of the race. Like, I want there to be a battle from start to finish and keep us entertained. As Elite Ryan starts the pace off with a 1:35.4. Decent lap time for Elite Ryan, but Michael is coming around here looking to potentially beat that here in Q1.
And
As he says, 1:35.0. Bear in mind, guys, that this is only battle for 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th to get knocked out. So we'll probably want to keep an eye on the bottom of the table later on into the session. But Fantique has taken pole with a 1:34.6.
Wow. Holy
very nice lap.
fudge. That is
Very nice.
That is very nice. 4/10 clear of Michael back in there in second. As Glazegater actually, as I say, that jumps into second. He's only just a couple of literally just a couple of tenths behind. This is already becoming quite interesting. We're only got 12 minutes and change left in this first session of Q1.
I'm on board with IGN Legends at the minute. I'm expecting big things from IGN. He moved up from GP2 to F1 as of this week, so his first race in F1 could be interesting, I think, to see how he does.
Now that you mention that, actually, we also have HLG who's doing an F1 race tonight as well, and I believe Bossman's reserving, and we have a couple of other people that's doing a bit of reserving, which will be D-House,
Look at that time from
F1 fan,
Legends.
and holy crap, he is on fire. He's just turning up the pace. I genuinely think he should have been here from the start. We've had the whole debacle between him and JB. Unfortunately, as you may probably already know, JB's actually left, and well, when I say left, bit of a thing happened and stuff went down. Anyway, that's not the point.
Just say, Ben, my Mercedes F1, Mercedes GP2 driver, sorry, said that he did a practice session earlier and did a 1 minute 13.9, 1 minute 33.9, sorry, in
Well,
practice.
you ought to see
And,
Rossos.
you know,
You ought to see Rossos is already at the top of the table now with a 34.5. So the times could be going even faster than this when you get into the likes of Q3.
The point I was going to get to, that was the point I was going to get to, the track isn't very rubbered in at this point and the cars aren't at full power. So these aren't going to be the fastest laps you'll see. People might push the car to the absolute limit, but it's still going to be the fastest you'll see because the game doesn't allow it from the get-go for some reason, which is really weird. So, Ben, keep an eye on Q3, mate. That's going to be the interesting part, mate. Keep an eye on that.
Who do we see that's on a decent lap? Let's have a look at HLG. He's currently on a lap, I believe. Let's have a look. Let's bring us some lap data. What is he on? Yeah, he's currently on a lap. He's sitting at 13th. He's done a lap. What's his lap time at the moment? Let's have a look. He's done a 1:36.4, but we've been speaking to him. He believes he can go faster. This is actually one of his strongest tracks, and he really loves the way the cars go around here. He's currently actually on the super soft, so I think he's just getting himself into Q2. He's currently on that bubble with already 5 drivers in that bottom bracket. You've got Craig Senna, Bootel, Bossman, Douse F1 fan, and you've got German as well. They're guys that you'd expect to actually get up there. Potentially, I'm not sure about the House fan, as he is actually reserving for tonight. But we do know Bootel, Gemin, and Craig should easily be out into Q2.
Well, Bull tells us coming up to the final sector, and he looks to still be on the hot lap, so it could be interesting to see how Bulltail does on his first lap. I'm assuming, unless he invalidated his first, and this is his second. But
yeah,
it's looking pretty solid so far. I mean, he's trying to push that car as hard as he can.
Yeah, you can see how hard he's pushing. He's always quite quick in these cars. He did quite well last year when we had the race here until incidents happened. But he was quite solid on the pace. He's looking quite nice. He's coming into the last couple of turns. Comes into the Lukoil last turn and pulls down. What does he go? He
5th.
goes 5th, yeah. Slots
To be
it
fair,
in
that's
there.
not a bad time. It puts him where I'd roughly put him. You know, he's. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
far from where I
it's-
put him. To be fair, there's not a lot to say about that.
Sets a 134.8, so he's in the ballpark. He can go faster than that. I do believe he can easily get up in top 3, definitely. I think he could branch that, but he would need to pull out something special to try and bridge that gap. As we still currently have 4 drivers that are currently in the drop zone. Make that 3
I'm
now
watching
as-
Gemmin at the minute, who's just about to start a lap because he's currently doing that lap and he crosses the start-finish line to start his. Could be interesting to see where Gemmin comes. You know, I'm being slightly biased here, I'm going to admit, but I'm expecting big things from my Mercedes boys tonight, so I'm going to keep an eye on my own driver here.
Yeah, well, the one that's really going to interest me is watching not just some of the new guys. I think one of the 2 people that I'm watching out for is IGN Legends in HLG. We do know Martin is quite quick and he does love this track, but it's whether he can bring his pace that he's brought so far this season to this. So it's going to be quite interesting to know. He's currently out in the Super Soft. The only person that's actually not on anything other, not on the Super Softs is Krog, who's actually in 10th. He's done not too bad. He's got a 35.3, so he's potentially going to try and save an extra set for Q3, which would be quite beneficial.
It would be beneficial towards the later part, but I'm not sure about you personally, but well, this track most people I'm pretty sure know it's a 1-stop, so it is pretty much Ultra-Softs and Super Softs.
Yeah.
I would personally, if it was me, start on the Super Softs, get the slower tyre out of the way and finish the race on lower pace.
That is more than likely what I'd do. I would go for the Super Softs. Obviously it's slower, but if you've got the pace to keep it there, then you've not got a problem. As we do see...
So it's like the fact that you're staying out longer than anyone else as well, like you're staying out for a good amount of time at the start of the race.
Yeah. As we Jim
And get
come across
potentially
lines,
overcome
and
people.
yeah, Jim just set his lap in there. He's went to 4th now, and so everyone's at least set a lap. So you've got at the moment with 6 minutes and change to go. You've got Rossos, who's currently first with a 134.5. Then you've got Floodlines, who's just a little bit behind him, a couple of tenths behind. Frantique's well as Frantique and Floodlines have both retired. Obviously, they're quite safe up at the top. It's mainly going to be the battle for the likes of 12, 13, 14, 15, as they're actually look quite close together.
It might be worth keeping an eye on Honey Badger or HLG sometime soon as well, because they're both on outlaps and they're both near the bottom for fighting for survival here in Q1. So,
Yeah, the
take your
ones,
pick. Who do you think we should keep an eye on? Who's going to be more interesting to watch, do you think?
well, at the moment, we do have Honey Badger following one of the Force Indias there, so he may get a toes. Butel, actually, as we say, this goes top with a 134.4, so the times are definitely starting to drop now. They've obviously got the track rubber down, as we have a yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure what that's for. But yeah, as the track rubber's in, you'll get a little bit more grip, obviously, and then you can use that grip to obviously get the tyres to where they are, as the Force India is now pitting. Honey Badger is now just coming round the Lukoil last turn, and he's going to head out in the Viteb straight on a hot lap round here at Sochi. I think Honey
That's why
Badger...
it's in the Vettel straight.
Viteb, not
I know it sounds
Vettel.
like saying Vettel straight. It comes onto the Vettel straight. What? Why Vettel? What's Vettel done?
Vettel got absolutely punted in turn 2 and turn 3 as he's coming round the torpedo turn 3s, I'm going to call it, as he got murdered right here. Yeah, that's what it's getting called, the torpedo turn 3, because the Kvyat grandstand is on turn 3. So,
Is it? Is that what it
yeah,
actually is?
it's actually been named the Kvyat
Oh my
grandstand at turn 3. So it makes perfect
That's
sense,
crazy.
doesn't it?
The torpedo turn free.
As he's coming round the flat boot palace into the double left, he looks like he's on quite a decent lap just now as he's coming round onto the flyer. It's back straight. He's going to smash open the DRS and power down. he'll go up to top gear as he's going to obviously be just surrounded by fly armors, fly armors. And he'll brake hard about the 150, shuts DRS, breaks down. Is he going to go wide? No, keeps nice and tidy. And yeah, this should be a good lap. We will go back to HRG, see what he'll be doing in a second, once we see what Honey Badger's going to pull out. Bit of a slide there for Honey Badger, and is he going to come in? Yeah, he's not had the best lap, so he's brought the car around. We'll go back to HRG. Is he on a decent lap? Yeah.
HRG's been decent. This looks a very strong lap.
Well, talk us through it then.
Well, he's near the end of it now, isn't he? I mean, a little bit of a slide going on there, but probably a quick way around the track, to be fair. But coming up to the final couple of corners, he seems happy with the lap because he's staying out, coming around the second to last corner. And finally, the last corner to set a decent lap of 1:14. I thought it was going to be better than that, but that puts him in safety for now.
You mean a 1:35.4, not a 1:14?
No, that puts him into 14th. Look at his
yeah,
position.
but you said he's a 1:14.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad. I meant to say he's gone up to 14th.
The question is, can he actually do another lap on this set? I don't really think he's going to have enough time to get into the pits and come back out on another set of ultras. So this potentially.
I think even if he did have the time, I don't think he would do it because he's already used 2 sets. This is his second set. He started off on the supers, so I don't think he'd want to use another set.
No, it'll be interesting. I don't think he's having the car work for him as he is quite tidy around there. Keeps it nice round the outside. He's going to brake hard at the 150.
A little bit wider than he probably want, to be honest, though. That's not an ideal line.
But that was rather tidy compared to what he's done before. As he's come down the fly out his back straight, we'll keep an eye on him, see what we can do. Nothing else is really coming alight on the timesheets.
Oh. He clipped that wall on the inside there, that left-hander.
Yeah, trying to get as close as he can as he's coming up to the tricky chicane here. Off camera, you can see it there, the angle that it actually slopes away at. A lot more aggressive in real life than it actually is, obviously, on the game. As he's coming around the second to last turn, as he comes under the Lukoil last turn. Out of the Vitim straight, what does he go? He goes third and improves. Wow, that puts the cat among the pigeons for him. A GP2 driver showing what he can do pace-wise around one of his most favourite tracks. And I think that is him done for this session. He won't be mad with that. He'll be extremely happy. Yeah, as you see the cars pulling off, letting the Haas go through. I think, is that Michael?
And if you just joined the lobby, dude, don't join the lobby, mate. If I was you, I'd leave because you'll upset a few people. Well, honestly, dude, don't join the lobby.
Oh.
I know you probably just want to spectate, but honestly, don't. You'll probably get a bit...
Yeah, you may get a bit of a backlash on that.
Complaints for that. Yeah.
As a couple of people are retiring, obviously they feel that they're safe. I's the best is in that bit of safe zone. Michael here, as you can see on the lap, isn't entirely safe, but he has actually just pulled it over as he potentially is not improved. So if anyone at the bottom that's going to improve may do it, is Purple Fairy actually going to be on? Yeah, Purple Fairy is going to make one last lap at this. So we currently have quite a few people on track at the moment. Still, we have what? 1, 2.
I mean, what you have?
9 people still on track.
2. Yeah.
So I have 9 people on the track at the moment.
Craig's about to finish it up though. Craig is fine for survival. Let's see how Craig does come around the last corner. Up to 13th. Not quite guaranteed safety just yet, but that's definitely something to improve on.
Honey Badger's
had enough.
Done what he's done.
Called it a day.
So Purple Fairy and one of the Renaults there got it. Is Elite Ryan actually going to make another lap? He's got 5 seconds. This is going to be close. Is he going to go over the line? Yeah, he's going to be over the line. Is he not invalidated the lap? Hopefully. And he will be the last man over the line. So Elite Ryan's wanting to watch if he can try and get that drop zone.
Bossman's just ran wide. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, he's throwing away that. Craig Senna's left session. I'm not sure what's happened there. May have disconnected, but hopefully he can get back in as quickly as he can. Who's on a lap that's close to the end?
Purple Fairy is.
Purple Fairy, right. Back we go. So it's
He's coming
No.
up to the final sector.
Yeah, who else is close to him? Bossman's finished his run. I mean, Nigo's just behind one of the cars. So, as Elite Ryan's obviously not improved, so he's not going to go further than that. So Purple Fairy's the only one that could potentially knock Master Krog out. That's a bit of a shock. Master Krog not having the best luck there. So potentially
He's only got
Master
to improve by 2 tenths as well, so 2 tenths doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be if you're struggling for pace.
Yeah,
So this could be interesting.
Yeah, he's coming up into the second to last corner, makes a nice apex there as he comes around the Vita Blast turn and across the line. Doesn't improve. So Krog scrapes it by the skin of his teeth there to stay in that qualifying slot there, but unfortunately we've lost 4 drivers, and those drivers.
You didn't see it on your end, but when Purple Fairy crossed the line, the Renault in the background that was behind him spun out across the start-finish line.
I didn't even notice that. So in the drop zone, unfortunately, we have Elite Ryan, Purple Fairy, Honey Badger, and Bossman. Unfortunately, they are not going to advance into Q2, but we're getting there. Now it's just to get into the top 10 now for that top 10 shootout, and we can see who the top 10 fastest drivers will be in this race.
Did you see how low Michael was in that? Michael 12th in Q1.
Yeah, he's obviously struggling for pace, but yeah, he was nearly matching Frantique when he was doing time trial earlier. But obviously, you can't take that into account.
That's time trial.
Yeah, that's time
Come
trial.
on, now behave.
As we see the DHL signs back again. In fact, can we even see if there's a way down to actually get to the?
Well, if
pits?
you go onto that, if you start off at the roof, you could slide down it because it doesn't look too steep to slide down. Go onto like the first balcony, then just climb down from one balcony to another, and then slide take some plunges with you, and just climb down the windows, and then go onto the DHL sides and just drop down.
Yeah, that's a bit of a risk though, because you've actually got a big jump. You need to pull those plungers off, then drop, then stick them back on without ripping your arms off.
That's a good point. Or what you could do is you could go on top of the TV, jump, and land on top of the trampoline.
Yeah, there's not a trampoline there. You're just gonna break your legs and die. Oh, nonsense, man! Nonsense.
To say, I don't know his gamer tag is like Duos of F1. No, Duos 03 F1 fan. Don't know, but in the Force India was the first.
Just call him
car out,
House.
Got
Just call him House.
But Ross also overtook him apparently on the outlap. So naughty in my opinion. Naughty.
Track position. What are you talking about, man?
Track position my ass. He could have just backed off, because if he caused the crash then, fuck me, man, he'd be in trouble.
Well, he was smart about it. He went rather wide round the torpedo turn 3, so he had plenty of space.
Dan for D. What? Dan for D?
What?
Oh! That house in 10th, it's Dan House.
Oh, well, I'm just calling him House anyway.
Dan's the man for the F1 fan. Yeah.
If anyone
Anyway,
if anyone can do it, Dan can. But
Someone's just put, you guys are like the experts of getting off roofs. Yes, if you ever need a roof to jump off, we're willing to take on the challenge of jumping off roofs if you need us.
They'll be watching me, so let's see who's in the pits. Gemman's still in the pits, so you can see the big massive TV thing just.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So you can see the big massive TV thing there. So what you need to do is get some plungers, jump down, and smash your face right off the glass. There, sorted. Like and subscribe for more. Let's have 1,000 likes for this video. We probably won't get it, but good luck for Dragon. As you see, Frantic the Toro Rosso coming down the Pirelli pit straight as he's now starting his lap. One of the fastest guys here. He's going to come around torpedo to turn 3. I try to keep this serious. It's not happening.
You trying to keep it serious? I was on board with Warsaw, about to say his lap, and then you're just like, oh hey, let's jump off the roof.
We need to do this.
Oh, my
I'm not having
fucking God.
HLG back. I'm having this with you now. Oh.
Warsaw's the first man to set a lap coming around the final sector.
Anyway, if we go back on board with Callum here in the Sauber. He's not had the best luck this year. Ooh, that was a bit of a cut. He may have got away with that as he's coming seeing the too many 2017 signs as he's coming into the Lukoil last turns. And he breaks nice and early. And into the Lukoil last turn and across the line and sets a absolute nothing because he invalidated his lap time. Well done, Callum. So let's have a look who else. As House has actually went for the start time. Oh, scratch that. Michaels went for 1:34.6, so he's actually improved from what he did in qualifying.
I had to look on Facebook to see what Michael said to me earlier, but Michael did say he's predicting himself to get in the top 3 tonight, so he needs a strong quality to do that.
Yeah. Well, as we say that, Ironman Eagle sets a 1:34.1. Wow, that's just dropped the pace by a ton. Is anybody going to get anywhere near that? That's the big question. Who's come towards the finish? We've got Floodlines who's actually come towards the finish now. As he's gone past the too many F1 signs into Lukoil last turns under the Lukoil bridge. Had to cross the line onto the Viteb Straight, and he goes
Too
third.
many F1 signs.
And who's that in the background? That was Krog, who's actually slid his 24th. And I'd say that is the best, slips into 5th, so House's time isn't what
HLG's coming around the final couple of corners, so let's see how the GP2 driver fares so far. It's looked a pretty solid final sector, but we'll see. Why am I spectating the pointless fucking laps right now? This is bullshit.
Oh no, we're going to get demonetized. Anyway.
What?
Oh, YouTube thing. Yeah. Hi, YouTube. Anyway.
Why are we going to be demonetized?
You're not allowed to swear. It needs to be family friendly. Fucking
Family friendly my fucking ass. That's what I think of it.
Anyway.
Wait, hang on! You can't say family friendly. Jacksepticeye swears all the fucking time in his YouTube videos and still gets paid.
Yeah, he probably gets demonetized, but he still keeps it nice and sweet. Everybody loves Jack. Anyway, we're not talking about Jacksepticeye, the Irish guy.
Sorry, I can't do that, can I? Copyright.
No, don't try it again, please. It's Glaze Gator on the Supersofts. It actually goes into 7th with a 1:35.5. I need to take a drink. Skyline, take over.
Wait, what? Who am I doing? What? I didn't know he was on. I'm on board with HLG. Great communication.
Well, you should have just took over. You could have said who you were talking about and I'd have switched to it, you fucking moron. Anyway, we've got HLG here. Boom, there he goes. I'm just taking a piss. Anyway, he's coming up to the too many F1 signs as he's going to be finishing his lap. What is he doing currently? I'm not sure.
Is that the too many F1 signs chicane?
Yes, and he's coming around at the Lukoil last turn. Ooh, he may have got away with that. He didn't get away with that. So that's not good.
He's coming in for he's on an in lap now. He's let off, so he's coming in for an in lap now. But Fantica looks like he's on a lap. It's in 14th as it stands, and there's only 14 drivers. Oh yeah, Craig's not here. Bye, Craig. Rest in pieces, Craig. Have fun.
Rest in spaghetti, never forget.
Listen. Yeah, that's quite good actually. I like that.
Well,
he's got the fuel light flashing. I wonder if he's actually going to be on the lap actually, because his fuel light's flashing.
Is it? I can't see.
Yeah, his fuel light's on red, but he is finishing the lap, so obviously must be somewhat happy with it. This could be fun.
No, he's majorly let off. HRG's not. He's not.
Ooh, there we go. Second.
Oh, you could have said it was Fantica you're on about. God damn it. Well, that's him.
Well, who did you think I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about HLG for some reason.
No, HLG's on an in lap. I said
I
that.
know that, but you never spectating, so I got confused. Don't shout at me. I'm scared. Anyway,
I'm
as we have-
spectating IGN Legends. He hasn't set a lap yet, so I'm gonna watch him in the McLaren.
rip headphone users. Oh shit.
Roger that. He's on a lap. He's finished sector 1, going into sector 2. Fernando is faster than you. I repeat, Fernando is faster than you.
Serious, Ryan, for crying out loud.
What did I do?
Everything. Anyway, who's on the lap? Oh, we see Russell Shags.
Legends!
Russell Shags is finishing a lap. He's coming across the finish line now. He's not actually saying what was the point?
See? I told you! I didn't
You never
actually
said-
know, but you know.
Anyway, shut up. Legends is coming onto the lap. Seriously,
No,
come on.
really? I'd never have guessed.
God damn it! He's coming around the lookout last time. He crosses the line. He goes into 8th. He's actually set a lap time. Well done.
Lukey's coming into the final sector, so if you want to look at Lukey, hang on. Lukey 1210 is finishing a lap, okay?
I got that.
That sounded really fucking horny. I got that. I got you. We will spectate Lukey 1210.
Yes, we'll spectate Lucky.
He comes round the final two corners.
Oh, here goes
What
across the
lap
line.
time will
And
he
his,
set?
and his,
He goes up to 9.
oh, and there is
Will that
47.
be safe for him?
Yes.
Alright, that was a bit weird, but we'll just cut that out.
We need to do, like, we need to watch someone that does a full lap, and one of us needs to commentate a full lap like that, like, doing that kind of voice.
Well, Glaze Gator's just coming out of the pit, so we could do it to him. As Russell Shack's coming around the last turn, and he crosses line to go into 9th, so it's very tight between those guys at the bottom there. HLG in the drop zone at the bottom there. The one that's not set a time, so
I mean, the top 10 is separated by less than a second so far, if you look at it.
yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought of that. So this could be another one. So shut up. This could be another session where if everyone gets the time right, they could be separated by thousandths, hundredths of a second. So why don't we watch HLG do his final lap, final couple of laps, with the seductive voice?
I mean, Eyes the Best is about to start a lap as well, so it's up to you.
I'm watching HLG.
Oh
Shit! Fuck.
I'm watching HLG.
Let's watch HRG set a lap. See how he does.
Oh
See
yeah!
how can he turn the car in nicely? Oh, that's not nicely done. It's a bit rough, but I like it rough. Go on, HRG.
Right, enough. Enough. We're not even going to get a laugh out of that. That was it. Oh,
Yeah.
Christ.
He's coming up to the turn 1.
Oh, don't say that again.
Will he get his braking zone right? Will he be able to get that car nice and sweet on the brakes? As he lags a little bit, that was great. And here comes the torpedo turn 3. Torpedo, I love torpedo cock. Coming to the end of sector 1. As he,
No, I need to say this now. Since you've done that voice, you've jumped up to 15 viewers.
welcome 15 viewers to the horny stream of F1. We are planning to turn everyone on. These lap times are so hot right now that they could set this whole world on fire. And HLG is on the back straight, the Fly Emirates back straight of Arsenal Football Club. Coming through. Hashtag demonetized in the chat.
I'm done. I'm done. I don't even
As he
get
comes
it.
round
Punch it
the
hard.
final corner. And it wasn't even about the fact.
doesn't even
HLG's been a very
Oh my
naughty
God.
boy.
Oh my god. My chest actually hurts.
HLG has been
Oh.
very naughty. Will he actually be able to set a lap in Q2? Because otherwise, if not, he'll be knocked out here in Q2 and won't make it through to the top 10 shootout.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh.
I think HLG's feeling the pressure. He's making so many mistakes.
Don't
Oh,
ball it
not
now, Martin.
Matty GB just said, what the fuck is going on?
You don't want to know. You don't want to
You
know.
don't want to know, mate. You don't want to know.
Oh, that's great, man. Oh, who said the hashtag demonetized in the chat?
Matt Reds 2001.
Oh, 10 out of 10 for that guy. Give him 10 brownie points. Oh, man. Oh. Well, anyway, we've calmed down a bit now. Is HLG going to actually set a lap time as he comes down the further end in F1 straight? As we're coming out in Lukoil last turns, comes onto the Lukoil bridge into the final turn onto the Vitim straight. Is he going to set a lap time? He goes 11th, but he's not enough to get him through into the top 10, which is unfortunate, as he actually did do a better lap time in Q1, but he choked.
The only
Can-
person that can get through now is the House of the House F1 fan, but he's made a mistake. So
House is
the
not
top-
on it, and
the top
as-
10 has been decided. We've lost HLG, Lukey, Glazegator, and House in this session, which is very unfortunate for them.
I've just got to say, props to Eagle, as he's actually just done a 33.6. Fuck me.
Michael, please don't watch the live stream. This may be disturbing.
I've got a question for you. What's been better, doing all this kind of shit with Martin or me? And there's only one answer.
I would say you, but that's mainly because a few times Martin fucking blocked me off by being serious, and I was like, I'm trying to mess around, you know what I mean? And he's like, no serious moment, yeah. Whereas you actually started some of this. It's not just me.
I have no idea what you're on about. I'm a super serious commentator here. I have standards. I'm utterly disappointed.
I have standards too, and they haven't been met.
Alright, come on. Knock it off. I thought you were going to like, interject with some random voice there. But okay.
Too busy laughing, mate. Fuck off.
As we have a beautiful shot there of the DHL pit lane. As where you want to jump from the top of the building, smack your legs off the glass there above Honey Badger and Co. And with two plungers nonetheless, and fall to your miserable death. All cheery happy here. Like, share and subscribe. No? Yeah. Anyway.
Guys, come on, stop being harsh in the chat. Come on, me and Dom are good at commentary, right? You're just jealous that you're just not as good as us.
Oh.
To be honest though, guys, wait for the race. We do take the race a bit more seriously. We won't be fucking mad as much
This is just
in the
messing
race.
around. This isn't us being super serial.
If there's boring moments, we probably will turn to this side of things again if it starts to be a boring race. But while there's
have
racing
no
going
idea
on,
what
we
you're
will
talking
take
about.
it seriously.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dom, let's hope there isn't many boring moments to fill in.
Oh, Christ. Shut the fuck up, man. Anyway, as we move on to the top 10 shootout, we've lost HLG, Lucky, Glazegator, and House. So, can anyone
And Craig
catch
if he
Eagle?
joins back.
And Craig, well done, you've missed everything. Right. I'm jealous of the Xbox getting off the roof.
Oh, this is great. We're good commentators, Dom. Don't let them get to you, right? Because we are the best around. Nothing ever's gonna keep us. I've messed that up completely.
Nothing's ever going to keep you down, dumbass. Get it fucking right.
No, I'm gonna say us. Nothing's gonna keep us down because there's two of us, not just you and not just me. There's two, you spastic fuck.
I'm Scottish, where the fuck do you expect me to be?
Not a fucking retard. Oh wait, that is Scottish still. Not a fucking moron. Oh, then again, you're not Irish, so technically you're not a moron. But anyway, Q3. There's only one car planning to come out, which is a Williams.
That would be
Williams
Patel.
or Portel. I just realised the telemetry. You can have it disabled, enabled, or full. You can actually view how many laps of fuel they've got in the car.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. But I don't like
I've never
it for
noticed
on-
that.
No. But
I do like it on full though, because you can, if someone's closing in on someone, you can see if they've got DRS and see what fuel mix that they're using as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I'll have it full then. Why not? Anyway, who's on a lap? Krog, Michaels, and Buttel and Eagle have all come out. Let's see.
Okay, Dom, we've got a
Floodlines.
challenge from my Mercedes teammate in GP2. He says, try to do Q3 seriously.
Challenge accepted, my friend.
Yeah,
Uh, so-
yeah, that's fine.
So as we see some of the drivers here, what's your predictions? That's the big question. What's your predictions for qualifying? Who's going to get pole? Is anybody going to beat Eagle?
To be fair, I think you're asking the wrong question. I think, can anyone beat Frantique with the form he's been in recently? But my answer to that would have been Eagle, but if we're going back and anyone beat Eagle, then it'd be Frantique.
That is quite true.
Or maybe even the likes of Bortel might be able to pull out a surprise here, because you never know with Bortel.
Yeah, Buttel, he was quite quick here last year, so he was, so...
What's that
It'll
just
be
start
interesting.
thinking of? You think about F1 Italy. He actually won F1 Italy.
Yeah, that was... He was paced there and things kind of fell into his way, but nonetheless, it was just a stellar drive, so... We could potentially see something of this surface again here in Russia. As we see, he's actually currently on the lap as he's just breaking nice into turn 2 as he's coming around the Kvyat grandstand at turn 3. Coming back to the point of Buttel, he's actually had not the best start to the season. He finished. He didn't. I don't think he finished both Australia or China in the points, and just had a bit of general bad luck. But he did bring it back last week with, I believe it was its second or third he got last week.
I can't remember what last week, to be honest with you. I mean, you should have done a bit of research before going into this race. I should have done
Well,
my research just to refresh my
You were
memory.
the one that was doing this last week, so that should be you. Anyway, that's not the point. As he's coming down the back straight, he's going up the DRS. This is a very weird DRS. As you'll see in a second, you just come around this kink here. You have to slam on the brakes, be out wide, brake hard as you can. Still manage to make the apex as you come around onto the bridge here. It's a bit of an off-camber thing. You'll see at the chicane here. Ton's just actually leaned up a bit. There you go. It's more visualized in real life. As he is going to come around to finish the lap here, I think this should be rather quick as he's going to come around the last turn now. And
The last couple of
gambit
corners
of
didn't
a-
look the tidiest. Oh my god, he's on pole so far!
Wow,
Hey,
134.5, so that's a decent opening time. and we do still have people coming behind him.
Michael's did a 34.6, so Michael couldn't beat him on his first lap. Michael's
No,
only
Krog-
put enough fuel in for 1 lap. Really,
Yeah.
Michael? I thought you'd
Krog
know better
comes
than
round the
that.
last turn and goes pole. Can we see anybody better that as we see IGN Legends come across? He goes into second. Anybody else going to beat that behind him? As we do see who's coming up close. As we see Eagle come round the last turn. What does he do? Doesn't do anything. He's invalidated the lap time. Nothing to see there. As we see.
I'm on board with Fantique. I want to see
Ross
Fantique's lap
Shack.
because the
Let's
screen's
see
just...
Frantic. We'll go on board
It's not a
Frantic.
quick
It's-
lap.
As Frantic, he's coming up to the second to last turn, breaks. He gets the impact nicely, hopefully didn't infringe his lap there. Comes out the final turn and
Pole.
doesn't do.
Hold up, 1:33.9. Jeez, what a lap.
Wow, that's quite quick. But we did see Eagle do a 33.6. So Eagle does still have that in him. As just him
Well,
and
Eagle's
I.
coming around the second sector.
Yeah.
As we speak, so he's just started a hot lap in that car that's starting to grow on me, the Renault. I'm starting to like the look of it, even though I still think it's a banana car, but it's starting to look less like a banana and look more like a banana peel. But
Okay, if you want to go that way, that's fair enough. Well, just
I mean,
Eagle
it
and-
doesn't look like a banana anymore.
No, it wasn't the bright headish yellow it was in 2016, which was just completely bad. As we do see Eagle now, he's come to finish his second lap. He may go into the pits, get a new set on, or he may just finish this lap as he still has
He's
actually.
still got 1.6 lap. Well, he's got quite a bit of fuel left, so I think he'll
Yeah,
finish off
still
this
got-
lap and then come in next lap.
Yeah, he's finishing this one off. He comes round the second to last turn. Is he going to improve on his time? Comes at the final turn now across the line, and he goes top with a 1:33.5. Wow, he pulled that one out.
Jesus.
Nearly nearly 4/10 of a second quicker than Frantique there in second place. But can Ice the Best do anything? No, he's actually just letting all of the ones that are currently coming back out, which is Gemin and Michael, who are currently coming back out. Actually, Gemin's coming in. Who else is coming in? We've got Michael coming in. Everyone,
I think
is gonna come back
Ice the
in
Best
now.
is setting up for a lap because he's backing out of things quite a bit. So he looks like he's building up for a fast lap here.
Yeah, it does look like that as he comes across the start-finish line now. Set that lap. He still has quite a lot of fuel, so he's still got 2 laps worth of fuel in the car. So as he comes down onto the long straight here, it's going to be interesting if he can actually get a decent lap time. As Rossos there in 9th hasn't really set the time sheets ablaze there. He's over 1.2 seconds behind Michael, who's in 8th. Who's, to be fair, they're all really tight. Let's have a see the gaps, shall we? There you go. It's
Do you think
3
anyone can
tenths.
actually beat Eagle?
No. I don't think anyone's going to beat Eagle. I think what's going to happen is Frantique's going to beat Eagle's time, then Eagle's going to beat his time. So I think no matter what's going to happen here, Eagle's going to try and outdo Frantique. But Frantique is closing that gap to him. Ben Howes is
Who
just
uses racing wheels in the league?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Well, Master Krog, as far as I'm aware, he uses a wheel. We've not actually asked that, really, to be honest. That's actually a good
It's not
question.
really something we know. I'm pretty sure. I know Krog does. Krog, I guarantee
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
But I think Gemin does as well. I think Flood Lions did, but I don't think he's
That is a
using it
good
anymore,
point.
'cause I think
That is a good
he was
point,
a bit
Matt.
off.
I will ask that question at the podium when the racers are there. I'll ask who uses a wheel, as you guys have asked that. As we see, as the best goes up into 7th, so he actually did quite a decent time. I'm sorry we actually never were commentating that, but he has now backed out of that, and I think he may get back into the pits. As we see Buttel, as he's going to come round on an outlap, he's going to start the proceedings off for the final sprint. He's backing out of it now, and he's on the power. Eagle uses a TMX. So he uses the same wheel I have. I've got the TMX. I believe Krog has the same one as me. HLG's got a wheel but doesn't use it for F1 as he doesn't think he's confident enough with it yet. I tried it last year
Michael
myself.
has a wheel that's just abandoned.
Yeah, that's the exact same as Martin. Martin's got a wheel and it's been abandoned. I've had a wheel since October. I've been using that thing constantly since I've got it. I'll say
Well,
this
no,
from
but
the
to be fair to Martin, Martin has used it in other games, so like he has used it when he's been doing single player stuff on this game, and he's
Yeah,
used it on the
but-
likes of Forza and Project Cars. He just doesn't play
Yes.
them games often anymore.
He's not. Yeah, I'm constantly when I can. I play Project Cars. I've not really used it this year for F1, as I don't feel it's nice enough on the game itself. That's my personal opinion. But if you guys use a wheel, that's quite cool. Let us know. But I will say it's a steep learning curve coming from pad to wheel. So you need to kind of like ease yourself in, like practice when you can, and still use the pad until you feel confident that you can let the pad go. I'll tell you this, I've been doing Project Cars 2 and I've been using the wheel, and that's really helped me understand the wheel a little bit more. And you actually like feel how like, the cars meant to react. You feel at the back end, and I know that doesn't kind of translate into this, but you can kind of get a last sense of it. As you see Buttel come across the line as he goes fourth, so he's improved on his lap time by a chunk. We do have other drivers who are actually on laps as well. Let's see, is Master Krogs, he's in the middle sector. See Gemin, who sorry, not Gemin. We see IGN Legends just crossed the line there. Flovlines is coming around in the lap. Michael and Rossos are on laps coming towards the end of them.
Michael's on an outlap, mate.
Oh, he's on an outlap? Alright, oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
3 minutes. Okay, I didn't even notice that. Well, the only next person that's on a lap would be Rossos here. He's not got his DRS open, so he may actually be on an outlap, so come back to that one. Who's coming around this near end of a lap? Master Krog, I believe, is on a lap. I actually don't know anymore. I've kind of forgotten who's on who what. Right, I's the best is retired, so he obviously thinks he's not going to get there, so it's just going to
No,
be
he
seeing
drove
who-
into the pit lane and retired, so obviously he knew he didn't have enough time to come back out.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the last man on the line. I believe it's going to be Gemin who's going to be the last man on the line. I may be wrong. As we're watching Krog here in third place, he's in the Ferrari. He's not had the best of starts to his season as well. Not doing greatly in...
Has anyone had a good start to the season? Everyone we talk about has had a bad start. Has anyone actually had a good start?
Frantic has. He's had a dream start. He's won the last 3 races, so... I believe it's the last 3 races.
Yeah, but no
he's
one
won.
counts Fantique. Fantique is too quick, so we don't count Fantique.
Alright, then probably Eagle or Flood? I don't fucking know. Why are you asking me this shit?
You keep mentioning, oh, this person's had a bad start. Oh, that person's had a bad start.
That's because I
Everyone
remember
actually
stuff
had a
like
good
who's
start.
had bad starts. Because you kind of go, oh, I've had a bad start to the season. This isn't going to go nice. That's not the point. Anyway, back to the action. As we see, Eagle go across the line, so he's not going to get another lap in. So, question, can Frantique improve on his enough to overthrow Eagle, as Eagle won't be able to go any quicker? Krog is somewhere on his track. Legends as Michael has come across the line and has finished his lap. Rossos is coming across the line. We'll come up to the final couple of turns now. Is he going to improve as he's currently in 10th? Can he drag himself further up the grid and get in amongst it with the rest of them?
Serious
I have no
challenge
idea.
failed. We
I
haven't
have
failed
no
the
idea.
serious
I have no
challenge.
idea what you're talking about. We come across the line now as Rossos goes into 7th place, so he does improve quite a bit. Who else is coming towards the end of the lap? Krog finished his lap. He's went up into 2nd, so he's pushed Frantic down. As I say, that Frantic comes across the line. He gets pole so far. Can anyone improve to get past that 133.5? He only got that by 43 hundredths of a second there as well. As Rossos has finished his lap, he's improved into 7th.
Come on, Gemin! Come on, Gemin!
As we see, Buttel, he's going to come across the line first out of these last 3 drivers. He comes around the final turn now, he's going to improve his lap time. And across the line, he goes up into 4th, doesn't improve it much.
Come on,
Gemin coming around the
Come
last
on!
turn, he goes 7th. And Legends, is he going to improve? He does not. So there you have it, Frantic gets pole by not much in it actually at the end there. He gets it over Eagle, who's actually the quickest through all of the qualifying sessions we've here, but there you see it. It's Frantic on pole from I'm an Eagle in the Renault by not less than half a tenth. From Master Krog into Ferrari from Boutel. Then you have IGN Legends in 5th. Gems in 6th. Ross or Shax in 7th. Floodlines in 8th. Eyes the Bet in the Haas is 88. Mr. Michaels. So
I'm
thoughts
actually
on?
surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie. Michael's
Yeah.
got some ground to cover if he wants to get that top 3 he wants.
Yeah, he really does. Thoughts on the race?
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very good race. You know, the times have been really close to each other. It's a hard track to stay consistent at as well. So I'm expecting quite a lot of overtakes. I'm expecting a few penalties, but I hope it doesn't turn out to be a race
well,
where
you
it depends on penalties.
well,
And it's
you want
raining.
Yeah. So that just throws the question out of the window for Michael now, as we actually know he's quite strong in the wet, and he's proved it time and time again how good he is in the wet
the thing
weather.
is though, I would actually say that HLG is stronger than Michael in the rain. So I think we could see a good battle from the very start between Michael and HLG to who will have the best race between them two, because they're both strong drivers, like we said in the rain. Who will come out on top of it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's-
I think turn 1's going to be chaos. You've got to keep an eye on turn 1. There's going to be a lot of incidents, I feel, because people are going to be so used to braking late, trying to get that fast line, and you've got to
Yeah.
brake so much earlier in the rain. There's going to be crashes. People are going to brake early to be safe, and people behind them are going to brake late, thinking it's still qualifying. It's going to be chaos. Things are going to go wrong.
Yes, things will go wrong. Who did the rain dance? I believe it potentially would have been either HLG or Michael. Just from that alone itself. Well, it's going to be interesting. So it's rain, so all of that dry weather run they did in qualifying is out the window. But it's now just going to come down to strategy. Will it dry up? That's the big question. Is it going to be wet till the end? Is it going to get heavier? Who knows? But we'll find out what's going to happen when we actually get into the lobby. And I think we've waited long enough. They should be
I've
ready
sent
now.
HLG a message, and hopefully he replies before it starts. I asked him if is it going to be a full wet race, so we can get a bit of an idea what might happen later on. Because obviously, I'm not asking for full details, so it's going to still be a surprise to us. But I want to know if there's going to be a dry period.
If he comes back and says what you're usually saying, you usually would say that'd be just wait and see, then that gives us absolutely nothing.
Oh my god.
What?
He just said, wait and see, and I just put fuck you.
I absolutely read that like a book. God damn it. How did I know that was coming? Oh, what an ass.
What an asshole, man. I wanted to know something. I wanted to know if we could expect some drama. If it's going to be different tyres or different... I don't know. I wanted to know something.
I don't want to know if it's going to be wet or not. I want to know. It's harder to get off the roofs now.
But from us in the commentary box, I would like to turn around and say good luck to all the drivers. Apart from the Ferraris, I don't like Ferraris, so fuck them. But good luck to everyone else.
Well, I will say this.
There is a dry patch in the race. Says SF Brandy. How do you know? How do you know that there's a dry period?
That's actually a good point. As we actually do have people that have readied up, so we may be getting good to go now. So everybody I think's been smart and actually waited for everything. Just Boutel and Floodlines to get ready. And we'll be on our way. We're going to actually watch this from the mid-pack because it's going to be chaos into turn 1.
Well, if you want to
turn
keep an eye
2.
on near the front lot, and I'll keep an eye on near the back because you're the streamer, so you're better off
And-
looking at the front lot.
It's lights out and away we go for the Russian Grand Prix. So we are off and racing here in Russia, and it's a good start from Frantic. He keeps the lead as we are watching middle pack as they all spread out as they're going to come down into turn 1. Let's have a look at the front. Who's going to be brave?
He's talking to
Oh,
Eagle. Eagle's just answered.
Krog has a
Okay.
bit of contact there with
To be fair, that's actually
Frantic.
quite a clean first corner considering.
Oh, Frog's slowing down. He's got some sort of issue with his car. Oh, there's been contact further back in the pack. Who's that that's went around? Oh, we
Lukey.
have We have
Oh, Martin's
Carnage.
hit back of Elite Ryan and lost an end play. Oh, Elite Ryan spun. Oh, okay, that was a little bit painful. I'm going to record that just in case.
Yeah, it's
Martin's run a
wet,
bit wide now. Yeah.
wet conditions won't be helping anyone, especially if they've got broken front wings or anything like that. So we can. Someone went crazily in the background there. I wasn't sure who that was. Yeah, HLG is suffering with a broken front wing there. Let's have a look. What are they on at the moment? They're all on inters, so it's intermediate conditions at the moment then. So we'll go further up to the front as we see Michael's actually made a decent start. He's moved up into 6th.
Yeah.
Krog is just dropping like a stone. Batel's lost quite a bit of time. He's fell down to 10th. Honey Badgers in 11th. Further down we go, we see Batel and Honey Badger actually going at it there.
Oh, Floodlines has made a mistake. Michael's trying to go around the outside. A bit of oversteer from Michael. He's probably going to lose a place here to Lukey, but I think he's actually going to keep hold of it.
Oh, Floodlines there
that
goes a little bit
was-
sideways, and Lucky looks for the inside, but Michael shuts the door on him.
Michael's
As
got
Michael's-
very calm and settled for this rain. He's sorted something out for this rain.
Ooh, but it's on the inside there. He still had the inside. No, he didn't get the traction there to try and go around.
Backed out of it,
Floodlines.
probably a smart thing.
Yeah, more than likely the smart thing is I'm an Eagle, IGN Legends, they both pit, so they obviously must have some damage to their cars.
Eagle's got
Uh,
a 5-second stop-go penalty. I'm not sure if you saw that. Speeding
No, I
in the
didn't
pit
see that. As we go further down, as we see. Oh, is that dries? I see. No, that may be a glitch. I can't really see what that tire is. He's actually went on to Super Softs, so Glazgear's been brave and went on to Super Softs. I'm not sure what he's trying. IGN Legends has went on to another set of enters. Same with Eagle.
Maybe we're already starting the race at a crossover point. Maybe that could be an interesting factor.
Yeah, maybe. But the question is he going to struggle on those super softs? That will be the question indeed.
Just saying,
Says-
Gemmin's closing quite quickly onto the back of all sorts. Mercedes closing up on the back of a Sauber, I think he's in. So
Yeah.
this could be quite an interesting battle because it could be coming down to a drag race on this back straight. I hope this turns out to be clean. Raw Source is quite good at defending from what I've seen. Yes, Matty boy, I agree. Come on, Gemmin. Do it for Mercedes. Come on.
Well, Gemmin's switched to the inside. Is he going to go past Ross Sauce? He's
Got on
looking
the
to the
outside, inside for this corner.
Oh, side by side.
That's
Are they gonna
nicely,
keep it
fairly
clean?
done.
See Ross Sauce there. He
Oh,
can't keep
Gemmin's
that
got
place,
it.
and he's got it there. Yeah, Jim's got that.
Gemmin's
clear
on the
ahead of him.
podium. Oh, wait. Wait.
As there is a bit of a battle happening for this last step on the podium, we do have Rossos, Floodlines is trying to join into this as well. So we have a three-way battle for this, for 3rd, 4th, 5th as well.
Just saying, Krog is all over the back of Luke, and Purple Fairy isn't far behind Krog either. Krog hasn't had the best of starts, so maybe Purple Fairy could get past him here if he can get a good exit, which I don't think he has. But by the look of it, the straight line speed is going to be a bit too much for Krog. Maybe no, Purple Fairy's falling off a little bit. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's got
No, he's
front-wing
closing up.
damage.
He's got better straight line speed, I think. I don't know. Who's got front wing?
Krog's
Purple Fairy.
Krog's
Oh,
got
yeah,
front wing
I've
damage
seen that.
as we see a pass trying to get made here. The Floodlines is round down in the inside, round turn 3 on. Oh, to go side by side. Does he get the place? Yeah, Rossos keeps the place from Floodlines. But Floodlines has the drive
Oh,
off.
going on the
to the
inside.
inside. Oh, nice move. Moving there from Calm. Keeps it nice and clean. So as we look at this battle from Floodlines on board, as he is looking for a way past Rossos, it's a bit sideways there from Rossos as he turned
I
that
say
car
this
nice and
battle
early.
is holding them two up, which is letting Michaels catch up as well. Michael,
you
who's
can
obviously we know is good in the rain. This could do him favours. These two battling.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Michael as he's looking to try and obviously close up to the back of this battle for 4th place, as Gemmin has broken away there. But at the moment, it's frantic from Eyes the Best, who's actually made a decent start from 7th on the grid, no, 8th on the grid, as Floodline is looking for a place past Rossos. Rossos, you can see, Rossos runs a little bit deep into the corner. Is Floodline's going to get the cut back? No, Rossos keeps that position, but he's not going to keep it for long by the looks of it, as Floodlines is trying to obviously get past him as soon as he can. But I think Michael's actually trying to follow Rossos's line through some of these corners. I'm just watching how the cars are set driving, and they look like they're both following the same kind of line. Not sure if you've noticed that.
Ooh, I'm just. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, fucking hell, Will Sauce, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, with the battling going on, as we see, Buttel's actually made a pass on Purple Fairy there, but has run wide. Is going to let Purple Fairy go back past? Yes, he is. As we see, Honey Badger's getting chased down by
Just saying that I
House.
know we missed overtakes for 11th and 12th. I know that, I noticed, but we keep an eye on battles up front, not ones that are further back. So if there's something happening up front, we'll focus on that first. No, Ben said it in the chat, and he's saying you missed overtakes for 11th and 12th. And I'm just pointing out to him that we don't watch further back if there's battles up front.
Well, anyway, back to the action as we do see Michael trying to make a pass on Floodlines, but Ross Shaq is doing a decent job at defending from these two, but with that, Luki is actually not catching them, so they're actually pulling away, the three of them battling there. But Floodlines didn't get the best of exits there. Is he going to come under fire from Michael there, as he is trying to go round the long way round, but Floodlines has gone a little bit quick. Bear with me a second.
I'm looking up front at the minute. Jemin has closed a little bit of a gap over the course of the lap, closing up on Eyes the Best, which could turn out to be quite interesting in a few laps' time.
Yeah, it'll be quite interesting to know. So as we'll see,
Thanks, Tom. You set my Facebook off for that.
Sorry. So as we see, Rossos is defending quite hard. I think he's actually closing up a little bit to Jemin. Jemin's not that far ahead of them, closing up quite quickly to the back of Ice Best. But Frantique, the leader at the moment, he's just bolted away from these guys, and it's only 5 laps in. So Jemin's coming up really close there to the back of Ice Best, and is obviously trying to make that overtake stick, but is falling behind round turn 3, so the car's not really sitting well for him. It will go
Lead
back to
Ryan
this
with a
battle.
penalty.
Yeah, see that. As we're looking back to Michael's on board, he's still battling for this position for 4th place with Floodline and Rossos, but Rossos is keeping the middle of the road, so he is doing a decent job at defending. But remember, you can only make the one move, you can't make two.
That's the point that Matty Boys just said in the chat. Jemin is actually battling a yellow front wing at this point as well, in 3rd.
Fair enough, thank you for the update. But, oh, looks like Floodlines is going to try and get a run round on Rossos, but Rossos has went rather wide, so he goes late at the brakes and keeps the position. But is he going to get a better drive off the corner? Yeah, Floodlines is tucking into that slipstream. We'll go on board with Floodlines. Let's see Floodlines there at the back. Is he going to do anything about it? He's going down the outside. Is going to get a cut back done. Michael's come down the inside there. Michael went down the inside there. Is he going to try and go around the outside of Floodlines? No, he can't get the power down and has to back out of that one.
Michael got a penalty for that as well.
Yeah, he did get one as there. As Ryan's left the session, so he's had some sort of incident further back. But as you can see there,
But he was on his own at the back, and I don't think he was enjoying it, so I think he just left.
Frantic there,
But Jemin,
up the race.
Jemin is closing in on the back eyes. Could
Yeah,
potentially see him move into turn 1. Is he going to look for the inside? He's going to look on the inside of Eyes the Best. Oh, this is going to be close. Can he get the move done? I think he can. Brakes nice. Parks on the apex a little bit. That's nicely done, though. Good overtake for my Mercedes driver there. But Eyes the Best is still looking at a comeback. Still right behind him. I think he's just had a bit of a mistake somewhere with that. But yeah, it looks like Jemin has got the place, and Eyes the Best has got a 3-second penalty. God damn it. God
just pushing it. It's something we've already expected to come. I'll say hi to the 18 people that's watching us right now. So, as you see, Jemin has definitely got a place. I don't think Eyes has a response for him at the moment, but we can see Rossos is still actually holding this position at the moment. But further back, actually, there's a little battle developing with Lucky, Master Krog, and Purple Fairy at the moment for 7th place. So that may be one worth to watch at the moment. Is that Battle for 4th place is a bit stagnated at the moment. Further down, there's not really much at the moment. Butel's actually trying to catch these guys. He's not that
got
far
a little
behind.
bit of a group with him. 7th, 8th and 9th.
Yeah, we're with that there now. Keep up. We do have Butel, who's actually just watching these guys trying to catch them. Wonder if he can do a move, but Krog's going around the outside of Lucky. Does he make it stick? Oh yes, he does. That was quite a nice move there by Master Krog, if I do say so myself. Can Purple Fairy follow him through? Maybe a chance to have a look down. But Butel's definitely closing up onto the back of these guys, so he's definitely trying to get into this fight.
It's quite a compact midfield there. You've got 4 cars trying to fight for one position at the minute. This could be very interesting indeed. Don't quite know who's going to come out on top. Floodlines is now also on the back of Warsource, not far behind. Maybe he could make a overtake going into turn 4 if he can follow him nice and smoothly around turn 3. Keeping it nice on the inside. Will he try and drift wide a little bit, try and get the inside line? No, I don't think he's got it. Not yet. That's coming, but not quite yet. Oh, hang on. Warsource made a mistake. Being squeezed. Being squeezed. But clench. But clench. That was close. They're not quite making that move stick yet. But we noticed though, Gemin has pulled away from Eyes, an absolute treat in the last couple of laps. Like, he's got a 2.2 second lead already. He's not closing in on Fantique, but he's still showing great pace.
Yeah, and this battle further back is not really met much more, as Iron Eagle's actually be overtaking Bossman there, so we've missed that, as I just see that pop up at the bottom of the screen there. So we can see actually
Floodlines is closing in on Warsource.
Yeah, does do that. We come back to that. So we've already left this a couple of laps and it's started to mellow back up again, so is Michael trying to push the tyres a little bit more, or are they potentially actually wearing away and they're just trying to they're just losing a little bit of traction in these conditions? Glazed Gator, I'm still surprised he's actually running at the moment. I'm not sure if he's actually DNF'd, so we'll have a quick look. No, he's still running around on Super Softs, which is still surprising. I just thought I would ask that.
It does seem a bit weird that he's on that strategy right now though. I thought I heard a noise in my house, that sounded weird.
Oh, as we see a move here, as Floodline's going to go around the outside. He's been pushed a little bit wide there. Is he going to relinquish the place back to Rossos? It looks like it, but they're still going side by side round turn 3. Rossos is usually a bit later on the brakes here. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to get it done. He keeps that position back in 3rd. But Floodlines is on the cutback and does have the inside line. Is he going to get pushed out a little bit worried? But it looks like he does have his car alongside. Locks the brakes a little bit. But Rossos still has that place. So he's holding on to that 4th place by everything he's got. Michael is dropping it back a little bit, as we look to see Purple Fairies come under a bit of pressure from his teammate in the Force India there with House.
Team orders! Team orders! Give out the team orders!
Fernando is faster than you. Repeat, Fernando is faster than you.
Wow, as I say that, he just lets him through. Well, they must have heard me with that one.
But Floodlines is making a move on Warsource. He's sticking around the outside. Trying to get the cut back. Warsource is there still. Trying to go around the outside. Oh, Warsource is squeezing him a little bit, but nicely, fairly done. But in the meantime, Michael has caught up to the back of these two, so Michael is looking to get his nose stuck in. Or will Michael sit back and just watch the battle unfold and see if they make a mistake and get 2 places without doing anything?
Yeah, you never know. One of those things.
Does Glaze Gator know something about them super softs that we don't? I don't know.
I think so. As Butel's actually went on to a set of super sauce which we missed. Maybe actually getting drier. We actually don't have anything to let us know. Oh,
Mackie says in the
hi.
chat, come on McLaren drivers. How you doing, Mackie
missed-
man? How you doing?
You need to watch the stream back, Mackie, and watch qualifying. You'll find it a real laugh.
Oh, here we go. Floodlights around the outside of Warsource. Coming into the torpedo section.
Oh, gets
think
that,
he's
he
actually
just
got the place
washes.
this time.
Yeah, Floodlines just washes the air a little bit off him, but is he going to try and get the cutback? He tries to drive around the outside, but there's a little bit of contact there between them. But I think McLaren has got this. Is he going to go back up the inside again? He makes the move. He goes for that position. Oh, a little bit of contact, but they get away with it. Surprisingly, there's a big chunk of contact there. They got away with that, but Floodlines does keep that position well.
Just
Ross
saying,
Ox
if you
come
look
back at
between 4th and 6th, there's not a lot between them. There's like a second separating them cars right now. You know, it's getting really tasty still. Floodlight.
Yeah, Floodlines
But it's
is
also
definitely...
looking like
Yeah, I'm just wondering, when will we actually get to see the first pit stop, as we do have Glaze Gator in the middle of the track there. So he's
that was a
obviously-
retired car.
Yeah, so he's obviously had an issue and retired. Ross's goes rather deep in the brakes, gets right up to the underside of that gearbox from Floodlines, and is just obviously pushing that car. He's driving the wheels right off it. He's so good under the brakes. You can see how well he closes up, but gets a little bit of kick oversteer there.
I say he's having a lot of oversteer issues with all sorts. It's bogging the car down, as you can see. Like just from that one bit alone, he's lost so much time to Floodlines because of
I think
the lack of traction.
I think the tyres are just getting a little bit worn. He's just used them a little bit too much, and is starting to obviously get them a bit.
Well, I'm looking at
too
the
worn, so-
pit window thing. The pit window indicator suggests that people come in between lap 13 and lap 22.
As I actually see, he's been using a lot of rich, so he's in lean at the moment. Obviously trying to save some fuel there. So it's going to be quite interesting as well. We're actually on lap 10. It's been quite a chaotic first 10 laps.
It has.
So a quick rundown at the moment, as we still have this battle happening for 5th
Oh,
place.
hang on,
as
look at
Floodlines.
Look at 9th. Look at 9th. Look at 9th. Battle going on there.
Oh, yeah, look, he's coming under pressure now from House, as he's looking to obviously make an overtake there. Oh, bit of contact.
Oh!
Contact there, severe front wing damage there
I'm
for.
recording that.
Yeah, severe front wing damage there for a House there, but unfortunately that's just what's happened there. Michael's just been given a 3-second time penalty, so that may come into effect later on. Oh, with understeer there, he had to try and get that a bit tighter there. He's just going to let everyone go past now.
Yeah, that's a safe thing to do in my opinion. Just
Yeah.
to avoid causing any more trouble than needs to be. I think he should pit at the end of this lap though, just get a fresh set of boots on and just cruise it. Balltail's retired. Obviously he's not enjoyed this race. I think he's just pulled over to one side and called it a day. He went onto the wrong tyres at the wrong time. Yeah, a bit unfortunate to have lost him, but hopefully he's happy with how things went before the race. Like, he had a bit of pacing quality, so I'm kind of disappointed to see him go like that.
Yeah, it's quite sad to see him go. My team boss not obviously having the great race he thought he was going to have. But we'll hopefully come back tomorrow with me and Asa on GP2. But this battle now, the House has actually stayed out, so he may just try and extend his pit window a little bit and just hopefully try and
Just
keep it.
saying
I
though-
think it's drying up, but I'm not sure if you've noticed that.
It does look a little bit, but I'm just looking at the positions, and the most gained driver so far is Purple Fairy, gaining 7 places, closely followed by Honey Badger and
DRS is
Eyes of the Best
enabled,
both
so-
gained 6.
HLG's made the pit stop. HLG's in the pits. Yeah, everyone's going to be going on to super softs now. Is he going to get ahead of the car? No, he's been held in the pits. And he's actually lost
HLG
2
is already
positions
out.
there. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong car. I'm a total wazok.
Yeah, I'm
What
so
an
used
idiot.
to him being in a Renault as well, I have to admit. I'm so used to it.
As Bossman's coming in, he's going to go into a set of dries as well. So it's definitely getting to that dry period. Whether these guys are actually timing it perfectly, or whether the leaders and all that are just leaving out a little
I'm
bit too
looking
late.
at
but I-
Fantique now to see if Fantique comes in, because it'd be interesting to know what the leaders do.
Yeah,
Fantique's
Fantique's
coming in.
coming in.
Yeah, this is the time for everyone to come in. It's going to be interesting looking at the 5th backwards. See if a couple of places can be made in the pits. Maybe Michael might go into the pits behind Raw Sauce and come out ahead. You never know. You never know. Could
Yeah,
happen.
but Rossos's pit box is in front of him, but he can be released earlier. If he can close right up to the back of him, that'll save a bit of time in the pits. So it's how.
Thing is, though,
late
at this
he's
point of
there.
the race, with 15 laps to go, what would you do personally? Like, would you go on to a set of super softs?
I would
or
go into
would you-
super softs. I wouldn't go into
What's
anything
the
other than super
softest
softs.
tyre? It's ultras, isn't it?
Ultras. Ultras is here. I believe someone actually
yeah,
just went
super
out
softs
on
is a
ultras.
safe option then. Yeah, the middle compound is a safe one in my opinion. I agree because I think the ultras won't. They won't go the distance.
No, they definitely won't. But they can do 15 laps, so.
This must
be
have
a
been the sign that
stretch.
Glaze Gator knew about. Too bad he's gone now.
Well, Purple Fairy and Lucky are actually on
I
different.
don't think
time.
Lukey's gone on the right tyre there. Lukey's made a bit of a mistake in my opinion. with
Yeah, I
that.
think he may have done that. I think Fairy may have go onto something. I think what
Michael's
he may
made a
do-
few places in the pit lane. Look, he's got ahead of Krog and Vorsos, unless Vorsos
They-
lost 2 places there. I don't know.
They must have had a penalty of some sort. Oh, HLG's actually moved up a couple of positions with the dry tiles. Him and Legends both coming away with it. HLG's actually overtaking
HLG's
Legends. So he did.
Yeah,
So he must
HLG's
have
going to
got
be
DRS.
looking for a bit of a comeback drive here. Maybe a bit too far to say that he'll get top 5, but I'm pretty sure if he can accomplish that, he'll be really happy. He does like this track. As Krog is on the inside of Michael, looking to make the move. Oh, this is this is
Yeah,
not
Rossos.
looking comfortable at all.
Yeah, Rossos is right behind the pair of them, so this is actually quite a three-way battle for 5th here. As Krog made quite a good few places in the start of the race before this rain came down. As they're both going to have DRS on Michael, so Michael should hopefully try and have the legs down the straight. But Rossos has actually got the overspeed on Krog and just breezes past him if he wasn't even there, and has now got the chance to get it onto the back of Michael, who's probably actually saved quite a bit of fuel, and he's got a little bit more fuel. in
Hang on,
reserve to go.
Michael's on the ultras.
He's on the super softs if you check the tyre
He's on ultras. Ignore the tyre thing. It's what the actual game says in that, like the on the actual car. Michael's on ultras.
Part-time sounds like DC. Well, I am Scottish, so maybe I am actually DC. in
Let's
disguise.
see what the race director says. Who is that to say? Michael, isn't it?
Mhm.
The race director says super softs as well, but I want to believe what's on his car.
I kind of go by what they've got on the. If we see him come in again, then he most likely would be. As we actually see IGN and HFG both setting fastest laps there. Oh, as we have yellow flags in Sector 3. What's happening in Sector 3?
Bossman's retired.
Oh, Bossman's had a crash. That was coming up.
Oh yeah,
to
his
the-
front left is gone. His
Yeah.
front left wheel's gone.
Must have lost that on his own, as Rossox has actually gotten past Michael there, but just missed that overtake being done. Will Michael come back at Rossos? No, doesn't look like it for me. But he's close.
See, I think the problem
right up to
is
the back of him.
in these damp conditions, the harder tyres are normally the more grippier at this stage. So Michael's probably struggling with the grip because the ultra softs are only grippy when it's bone dry.
Yeah, that's why I'd have went on at super softs, because you don't want to go too quick too soon. But does go for a look down the inside. He's going to go round outside for it. But is it going to work? It doesn't look like it from what I can tell. Oh,
Oh,
almost
Michael's
run at the
gone
back of him.
really wide.
Yeah, that's not going to do the tyres too well, and he's actually lost a spot because of that.
Krog's got damage again, I think.
Doesn't look like they've repaired his damage, so that may be something we have to look out for. As he's actually just picked up a time penalty there. Up front, let's actually see the gaps, 'cause we've got him set to leader. So we actually have quite a gap between Gemin and Eyes the Best. So Eyes the Best is trying to obviously chase down Gemin there for 2nd place. Floodlines is just a little bit behind, but the battle that we're obviously trying to focus on at the moment is Rossos and Krog now. As to the ones that looks like to be having a little battle there. But as we do see, Martin is actually in the points now, so he's got 10th. Not actually a bad start that he got, but things happened.
Just saying though, Eyes the Best looks to be closing quite quickly on Gemin right now. So we could have a little battle here.
We've got-
Bossman
we've got-
channeling his inner Maldonado.
I think I'm the one that channels his inner Maldonado ego.
Yeah, you only finished, what, 3 races out of 17
Two.
last season?
Two,
Well, the
and
2
they're both-
races out of 17.
Two, and they're both points finishes nonetheless. And I'm going to
No, you
get
got
another
one
points.
non-points, didn't you? You got 2 point finishes and 1 outside.
No, I didn't. I got 2 non-points finishes. I got 2 points.
I thought you got
finishes.
11 from 1 race.
No,
Okay,
I can't
my
actually
bad.
remember. Anyway,
But Gemin, it looks to be getting closed down here by Eyes the Best, who now opens his DRS. This could be a nice little battle going into the second sector. Well, they're in the first sector, but into the second sector would be a bit of a challenge, I reckon. I'm not sure if it's just me, but it looks to be a little bit damper again.
no, don't see that at all. I don't see anything. It looks like it's definitely clearing up a bit. From what I can tell, anyway. I'm not sure if the rain's coming back again or not.
Hey Dom,
Yes.
you like it moist?
Wait, what?
Do you like it moist?
Who's asking me if I like it moist?
Me?
Depends on what's moist. Sorry, I'll repeat that again.
You know,
I-
let me ask
Whatever's
this. Dom,
moist.
do you like it moist?
Moist. China. I'll never forget that. I have no idea what you're referring to, but yes.
It's going down. I'm yelling, China, you better move. You better dance.
Banhammer, you're it. Actually, as we've got nothing happening at the moment, we actually have a bit of a battle between Luki and Fairy, and down the bottom we actually have Horseman, House against Badger, Honey Badger. So we can see some little battles as House actually gets past Honey Badger there, as we see in the left hand side on the tower. But Luki doesn't look like he's pulling away much from Purple Fairy, but Purple Fairy is losing a bit of time as he is on those super softs. Those
Look at
ultra
that gap
softs,
between second and third. Their eyes is closing quite a bit. Oh, he
Yeah,
gets
he's
good
also
one out of that corner. Could he look to the inside for this corner maybe? No, he's not quite closed the gap enough.
Yeah, he's looking to close back up to the back gym. He's going to get DRS back down this back straight.
I say, Gemin's holding on really well right now, holding off eyes. You know, they've been at this battle for a couple of laps now. Purple Fairy gets a 3-second penalty. There's been a few penalties in this race. It's going to be a little bit mixed up compared to the finishing standings, I think. It's going to be a bit of a different story, maybe.
Yeah. Matt makes a good point. Frantique, 18 seconds ahead, will give him a gold medal in the higher league. If there's not one, make one.
We're going to have a league on a Wednesday. This is called the Fantique League, where Fantique just races against AI on the hardest difficulty.
Probably still smoke.
And he's got to be in a newly designed manner on 2018 performance.
Manner.
And it's not going to have a V6 engine. It's going to have a one-stroke engine from a go-kart.
I mean, I like your enthusiasm, but I think you'd still probably beat them.
He probably would, to be fair. The AI's a shit.
Right, let's have a look further down. We do see a battle still emerging between Purple Fairy and Luki, but I don't think Purple Fairy is closing up anymore. He's got DRS.
Yeah, he's
but I
lost
think
a bit
he's
of
dropped
time.
away. Further
Oh, here we
back,
go. Look, eyes on the outside of Gemin. Ooh.
When you said eyes, I thought you meant Legends there for some reason. Legends actually does go past HLG, which I was going to try and come to, who's actually got Eagle not that far in company behind them. So we've actually got a three-way battle here for the last points, paying position. Is HSG going to defend inside? He leaves the door open by Country Mail and gets...
What's happened to HLG?
squeezed.
HLG's just lost a bunch of places.
He's trying to go for the cutback as well. Try to get a better run off the corner, but he's not actually getting anything from there.
I say HLG did say he wanted the race today where he doesn't get screwed over, and he hasn't had the best of luck today either, really. He's having the same luck in F1 as he had in GP2, so welcome to F1, HLG.
Sound great, Ryan, just seems fucking rubbish. Whatever that means, but yes.
Yeah, I didn't understand the message, that's why I didn't read it out.
As Jet Eyes the Best is still trying to come back at Gemin. Bit too far back to try anything at this point. As Gemin has actually crossed another 3-second time penalty, so this may come back to haunt him later on in the race. But I think potential, some people may be starting to get their tyres a bit worn as they have been on these for about 5 laps, 7 laps. And they'll also be trying.
I'm looking at the pit data thing, and the pit data is saying that they're going to have to pit again before lap 22, so
Yep.
it's going to be incorrect.
It looks like actually that. Hold on. Yeah, my pit thing's broken
So-
on my screen.
Is it?
Yeah, so I can't tell who's pitting and who's not.
What do you mean it's broke?
Right, so if you go on to look, everyone, it should say pit and it's green.
Yeah, because we're in that window now. We're in the pit window.
Oh, as Purple Fairy actually goes a little bit wide there, so his tyres may be
But-
getting a roasting at the moment.
I have just realised, I said that... Oh, hang on. I'm confused now.
Purple Fairy looks like he's lagging a little bit actually.
I thought Lukey was on the softs this entire time, and I was about to make the comment that Lukey might not actually be on the bad strategy, because Lukey could make it to the end of the race on softs, but he's not actually on, he's on super. I don't get this. I'm turning
He's on
off the
softs.
telemetry
He's
thing.
on soft.
The telemetry's broken. No, the telemetry's broken. Ignore
Well,
the
he's on
telemetry.
softs and Lookie's on ultras. Oh, Purple Fairy
I'm
goes
confused.
round for some reason. Yeah, Purple Fairy's lagging like an absolute biatch.
Purple Fairy's just dropped to 14 from mine, apparently.
Yeah, Purple Fairy's lagging quite a bit. As I'm an Eagle sets at 1:37.3, so he's got fastest lap of the race so far. As Lookie's trying to defend the place from Purple Fairy in 9th. We don't have much happening further up. As the best just dropping back. Purple Fairy's on
As
the
the best has
inside.
lost a bit of time, yeah. There's not a lot really going on. You know, I want to ask you this then, Dom, because there's not a lot
Archibald,
going on.
oh, there's big contact there
Oh.
between Lookie and Purple Fairy. Purple Fairy's lost a big chunk of it. Yeah, Purple Fairy's lost his front wing completely, so he'll need to come back in again. But Purple Fairy is lying about, so he may need to retire from this.
So my question is though, Dom, for tomorrow night, what are you expecting from tomorrow night's race? Something similar to this, where there's lots of drama, or
I don't actually know. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm hoping something similar to this, but whether that is going to be dry to rain or rain to dry like it is the now. If it does that, it's going to throw a big, massive strategy game involved. But I think Martin will have that edge, as he's already done something to this tonight. So he's already going to he's going to be fresh already for tomorrow, as he's already done a race distance. So he'll get a gauge of how he can go a little bit faster and push his car a little bit more.
hey, we've got my man there for tomorrow night. We have got, as far as I'm aware, 3 new drivers joining, and all 3 of them look really quick and on pace with HLG. Like, so I don't think HLG is going to have an easy race tomorrow night. It's going to be just as tough, if not harder, than this race, in my opinion, because it's going to be battling from start to finish, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. As in the meantime, Purple Fairy's actually put on a new
Fairy's
set of
soft,
super softs. Sorry, ultras.
Yeah.
And that'll be him
There's only,
hopefully going to the end.
Yeah, I was going to say there's only 7 laps he's going to just make to the end at this point. And Eyes has just got a 3-second penalty. I've lost track of penalties and who's got how many penalties at this point, but I'm
I
pretty sure.
am. I'm completely the exact same. I don't even know who's got what now. I'm just going.
I'm pretty sure that I's the best and Jemin might have a similar amount of penalties, so could be interesting to see if they're battling for position or if one of them has more penalties than the other and it's just battling for nothing. We don't know.
Yeah, as House is battling with Honey Badger for 12th. We do have I's the Best actually closing up a little bit on Gemin. So it'll be quite interesting to know what the strategy would be. He's going out a rich fuel mix.
I said there is a bit of a battle going on for 13th and 12th. If you look, I know it's not for the points or anything, but the Force India goes
position
round.
switch.
Ooh, hang on, no, cut back, and then Dan's just made a mistake. Or House has just made a mistake, whatever you would like to call him. But he's taking some very, very tight lines around this track. I'm sure he must be getting some corner cutting warnings right now. They're exceeding track limits a little bit there. But he's still looking to get the U-take on Honey Badger for a non-points finish. But it will still be money for the constructors, for the team owner to spend.
Yeah, that will be true for your case. Lucky is actually getting closed down a bit by Eagle, so he may be trying to get more points than he's got at the moment. As we still see the battle between Gemin and I's the Best is still starting to hot up again as they're coming down the back straight. Gemin is still obviously pushing as hard as he can, but Floodlines is actually starting to come a little bit back into the picture for this battle for the podium. Potentially if these guys don't need to stop again, then this will be them to the end. But I think someone may be brave, but at this late stage it may be risky going on to a set of ultras.
Frantic just had a fastest lap. As if
Yeah.
Frantic wasn't OP already. He said the fastest lap.
No.
Just casually just going around going, yes, I feel I said the fastest lap now. Fuck it. Beep, turbo mode.
Mackie says, can we do Bahrain again, please, boss? Fuck off, Mackie. Can Frantic please join McLaren? He seems fast. No. Again, Mackie, no. Lucky's actually just been passed by Eagle, so he's doing quite well trying to climb himself back up to the points, but I don't think he's going to get much further than this. As we're still watching this battle between I's the Best and Gemin, which is still bubbling away here. Gemin's not dropping I's the Best as quickly as he probably hopes.
Ross also has another penalty.
There's a surprise.
Dirty driver. Dirty.
So it's going to be interesting as well for the amount of people that have actual get penalties. If they accrue more than 3, they'll start incurring fines, which will be, again, more vital towards the team's aspect. As again, I's the Best seems to be closing up on Gemin in the middle sector, but then just can't close him up in this third sector.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on between these two. There's a good battle going on, but in one sector I's the Best closes, and in another sector Gemin just fucks off.
Pretty much, but he does seem to be a little bit closer now than he was a lap ago. He's going to potentially try and close right up to the back of the rewind, try and get the DRS and try and push past him down into turn 2. If he can get a good exit off this final turn, cross the line with 5 laps to go.
Hang on, really, Eagle? You're gonna start saying that you're quicker than people? If you're gonna start bragging, you might as well just leave the stream, mate, because you know that's just a bit low, mate. It's a fun league. It's not meant to be taken seriously.
The Banhammer will strike. Now, lads.
I don't agree with people boasting about, oh, I'm quicker than you. It's not a thing I have, mate. So.
As we still see I's the Best trying to close back up to Gemin. He's dropping a little bit, but Floodlines and the McLaren there behind. He's actually hunting these two down. He potentially may try and get a slice of this podium as this is over second place. But if I's isn't careful, he may actually lose out and drop out into 4th and be off that bottom step of the podium as he's in here.
Let me just look at the thing here. I was looking to see who the top gainer is so far this race, and it's currently Eyes with the most places gained. It was 6. So this is interesting.
So it's going to be interesting when we come to the driver of the day for the race, because I've already seen a couple of contenders already. Because one of the contenders is Ross Shaq for his insane defending between him, Floodlines, and Michael. But you also have Jem here is actually holding off the pair of them as well for the last few laps, and still holding on to second, which is quite incredible.
So if Jimmy's not careful though, he's got quite a few penalties. He could lose out to Floodlines and maybe even Raw Source. No, I said no, I don't think Raw Source. Well, maybe Krog.
No. Well, depending on how many penalties they all have, because I think all 3 of them actually have some penalties.
You know what, Dom? Let's get to the point, right? Things are spreading out a little bit. Apart from, you know, the battle for second has been contested quite a bit. But as it stands, right here, right now, driver of the day for you so far?
So far, I would actually say Rossos.
I disagree with that because of the amount. I've not really seen him in anything.
When I've been watching him, he's been really defending quite hard when he was against Floodlines, and still managed to keep the place for quite a few number of laps.
There's been a few things that he's done that have been a bit questionable. I mean,
Like
a bit over aggressive
what?
at times.
Like what?
I just don't think he's had exactly the most cleanest of races. Like, I know corner cutting around this track is AIDS, which is why I'm not going by corner cuts, but he just doesn't seem to have had the cleanest of drives, in my opinion.
Bit of move there. That's letting Floodlines much out of this. Now we have a 3-way battle for second place.
Because in my opinion, like, driver of the day would either be Jemin, because, you know, he's gone to the podium and you know, he's held it off and he's defending, like...
Biased!
No, I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased. I'm being as a neutral. Or I'd give it to Eyes because of the amount of places he's gained. I'm still trying to gain more.
See, I wouldn't do it on places gained. I think if it's a solid drive that's actually happening right now, is the best, is currently trying to hold on to a position to Flood.
Even he said Jemin for driver of the day. So being biased. Jemin's been in the middle of it, like been in the thick of it all race. He's been in battles from lap 1 to lap 25 as it stands.
So's Rossos. He's been in battles pretty much all race. This one's a bit more up there because it is for the second place in the podium.
I don't think he has been in battles all race though. You know, you look at the gaps now, right? There's 4 seconds ahead of him, Floodlines, and 4 seconds behind him, Master Krog. That's been like that for a while. You know, he's not been in it start to finish. Jemin has. He's been under pressure start to finish.
I could throw another one into the mix then. Eyes the best because he's been incredible putting on this.
I've already said Eyes the best, you spastic. I said Eyes the best because of the positions he's gained and he's been battling for them once he's got there.
I thought you were discussing Jem in there for a second. That's why I said Eyes the best.
That's why I said that. Eyes the best has gained the most places out of everyone, and he's been battling the entire race. Like, he's not gained a place, a few quite... Gained a place, battled. Gained a place, battled.
Well, he has had a couple of few quiet laps. He dropped back a little bit from Jemin, to be fair.
Yeah, but he's always been within a second of him. He's not dropped back by more than a second. Maybe when it was Inters, but when it dried up, he caught up to him again quite quickly.
Yeah, but he does seem to come under a little bit more pressure than he was with when he was battling with Jemin. Because
Eyes the best gets another penalty as well.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Is this his fourth position at the moment?
This is me not being biased. I do say Jemin for driver of the day. That's my opinion. I know he is a Mercedes driver, and yes, you can potentially see it as being biased as a Mercedes team owner. But he...
Rigged!
Stop saying
rigged,
biased.
I tell you.
It's not rigged. But the thing is, though, right, he's had a solid drive. He had a mistake, and he's come back from that. Like, he lost 3 places at the start, I believe it was. You know, he's come back and earned this.
Yeah, I would say so with Eyes the best as well. He's been piling on the pressure on Jemin.
I still think Jemin deserves it, but...
What does the chat think? That's the question. What does the chat think? Is it Gemin
Gemin.
or is it I's the best?
Only one person said Gemin, and we're not going by penalties, by the way, guys. Just go off how
Oh,
they've
this-
driven.
This is
Just ignore
not
penalties, because this
this
is an age track for penalties. So penalties are bullshit. See,
Shut
that's three people. Two people said Gemin.
Well,
Three
the
people,
chat-
4 people Gemin. The chat
Well,
says
the chat
Gemin.
have said it. The chat said it. Gemin it is then. There you go. Rather than us deciding, I think
Gemin
it's
driver
actually...
of the day at this point.
Well, driver of the day at this point has been settled by the chat. They're all going Gemin, so Gemin's driver of the day.
I mean, I was slightly biased towards it. Don't get me wrong, because
I fucking knew you were biased towards it, you cunt.
No, it seems biased because he's my driver, but I'm trying to look at it as neutral as possible for the live stream's sake.
Well, as we're saying that, I's the Best has actually been overtaken by by Rossos? No, by I's the Best. As Floodlines is going to try and go a bit clearer from him, but this is the last lap of the race where
But
it is from.
we are on the final lap of the race, and Fantique is coming round the final few corners, coming up to the Formula 1 2017 over advertised chicane thing, whatever you want to call it. Going past the pit lane entry into the final 2 turns. Had a very dominant race, again, as always, as he always does in F1. Solid driver, solid drive, and he wins the Russian Grand Prix. Can't take that away from him. Well done, lad,
Yeah.
but I would like a bit more competition for him, but there's not a lot we can do. As Honey Badger leaves the section, he's obviously not happy with 13th, and he's just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. As
Yeah,
the
essentially.
Floodlines trying to get that second place from Gemin, is he going to close up a bit? I
Not
don't
going to happen.
think
Gemin
so.
comes home in second place. Yes, Mercedes. And he keeps the second place as well, with penalties included. So it's Fantique, Gemin and Floodlines on the podium. Well done, lads. I feel a bit sorry for Eyes. He was in the top 3 the majority of the race, but just let it go when it mattered, which is a bit unfortunate. But he would have lost the place anyway because of penalties. Look at that penalty gap. He nearly lost the place to Warsaw.
Wow.
Jeez, that's a lot of penalties right there.
Yeah,
Michael
more
comes
penalties
home in
done.
8th place. Unlucky for him. He wanted the top 3 and he hasn't got it. IGN has got the final points. So just a quick rundown of the top 10. From 10th to 1st, you have IGN, Lukey, Michaels, I Am an Eagle, Master Krog, Raw Sauce, After Best, Flood Lions, Gemin, and Fantique winning the race.
Perfect timing as well. Well,
That was great time, that wasn't it?
get them in here. That's what I like to hear. Get them in here now, Skyline.
Right, when the race director thing comes available, I'll invite him in for you so then the live stream doesn't look shitty.
Get them in here now.
If you don't mind, I would
Yes.
like to interview my own driver.
Yeah, but crack on. Well, as we can see, the other Toro Rosso driver on top of the podium now. Franz Tost will be absolutely delighted with that, kissing the trophy there, and it's the spray of the champagne all over the top of the balcony there in Russia and Sochi. Been a good race for Frantique. Absolutely led it from start to finish. Didn't actually have it, as we see a headless person there. Well, a bodiless person. Well done, McLaren. You know how he messed someone up. So, as we have it there, your top three.
That's how they won
as
the
it
race.
is
They had ultralight
Fantique,
drivers.
Gemin,
not won the
and
race,
then
we
it's
got third.
Floodline. Yes, well done, Floodlines. GG. As we get these drivers in, and we'll obviously get them talking to us. Lads, don't forget to include your audio, and we'll be about to get underway once we get Bodjaws in here.
What a glitch that is. Floating head, man. Floodlines. Yeah, the floating head, mate.
Yeah.
You was just a head, mate. You had no body. You was just a head.
Well, that race
It
was
was
great.
great.
That race was very incredible. Just make sure you guys have included your audio, and we will get underway. So, in qualifying, you didn't have it the easiest, but you somehow managed to pull it out in Q3. So how did you feel when you were putting that lap together? Did it just all come together, or was it just luck, Frantic?
Well, in practice and time trial, I that would be my fastest ever lap around that track, and it is my fastest ever lap around that track. And I knew I had to do it because Eagle, he just showed so much pace around this track, and it just had to be done. So I was just concentrating, trying to get every corner perfect, and I managed to put it off.
Yeah, because when it came to the race, you just seemed to just blow away everybody. So when you seen that the rain was coming down, did you think, right, I need to just try and get away from this as hard as I can and just pull a big enough gap so I can try and make it to the slicks, or were you just hoping that nothing crazy happened at turn one?
A bit of that. I was really hoping that it wouldn't be raining because I didn't have any practice in the rain up leading to the race. So I was really expecting I'm an Eagle to pass me, but something happened to him in turn one, and I didn't really see what happened. And then I didn't see him for the rest of the race, so it's a shame, really.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to have a hard battle with yourself all throughout qualifying. You were not separated by much, but unfortunately that he couldn't give you that fight as there was an instance at turn one. So congratulations yet again on the win. Skyline, on to you.
Yeah, man, I'm happy with you, boy. Getting the second place for Mercedes. Great drive from what I saw. You also got voted as driver of the day from myself and the chat, so you got driver of the day mainly because of the live stream viewers, because me and Dom couldn't decide between us. Did everything go to plan for you? Are you happy with it went, or do you think it could have gone a bit better?
I reckon it could have gone a little bit better. I got yellow front wing early on because I hit the back of someone at turn one. And I was stuck behind, I was the best, and when Frantic pulled away I thought I'll just try and settle for second. But yeah, cheers for the drive of the day.
Yeah, very solid drive, and it's quite actually interesting to watch you battle for the podium places, because you didn't get it easy, because obviously you had the damage, which was very impressive to start off with, but the way you gained them places and moved up the grid it was great to watch. I enjoyed it, probably a bit more than Tom, because obviously being Mercedes. So
Yeah.
I would like to congratulate you on I think it's your first podium in ATA, if I remember right. Maybe?
Yeah,
No.
this season, yep.
This season, yes. Last
This
season,
season, yeah.
he got a couple. We'll move on to the third place driver, Floodlines. You didn't have the best of starts from what I could tell, but you managed to get a good, decent battle with Michael and Rossos. When you were battling, do you think Rossos was holding you up, or do you think it was just down to the fact that he had it a little bit better setup wise?
No, he was definitely holding me up. Even Michael could tell, because he was getting held up by him as well. And once I got past, I pulled away. And I reckon I could have got second today, to be honest. Which is gutting. My qualifying didn't help. I actually got a decent start because I was started 8th and was like 5th round and 3. So, good race, but could have done better, I reckon.
Yeah, it was a good race at the end there. Unfortunately, you just managed to get ahead of I's Best there right at the end of the race. Just fortunately couldn't get that charge to second, but a well deserved third place nonetheless. So we'll be on to tomorrow's GP2 race, and it'll be here again at Russia. You'll see me and Skyline in the race tomorrow. Skyline, do you want to sign us out?
Well, I've got a quick question for people, which chat wanted to know earlier, if you remember, Dom. Does anyone on the
yes.
podium here use a wheel?
I
Pat,
don't know.
I don't.
No, no one here on the podium uses a wheel. So whoever it was who asked that in the chat, there's your answers. But anyway, as Dom was saying, we're going to round it off there for tonight. It's been a very interesting race. Hoping for a similar thing tomorrow. Make it interesting for you guys to watch yet again. hoping for a really good race. Hopefully it's mixed conditions as well. I'd love mixed conditions. That was great. I'd love that. But I'm sure you'll join us for that, and we'll probably see these guys next week around Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, Spain next Thursday at
Thursday.
7 o'clock that we start. But tomorrow night, Russia GP2, and from everyone on the podium, I'm pretty sure they'll say goodbye.
Adios.
No. From
See you
Dom,
later.
I'm pretty sure he's going to say goodbye as well.
Fuck off, cunt.
And we'll fuck off and see you tomorrow. Thanks